Alright everyone, so you've seen the news, you've heard the hype. The iPhone Air is here and it's making waves as the thinnest iPhone Apple has ever created. It's beautiful, it's powerful, and it's probably already in your online cart. But before you hit that buy button, stop. We need to talk. Because as great as this phone is, there are 3 critical things you absolutely need to know that could make or break your decision. And trust me, you don't want to make a mistake on this one. The iPhone Air is a seriously different direction for Apple. It's not just another incremental upgrade. At a stunning 5.6mm, it's thinner than almost any flagship phone out there, and with its 6.5-inch screen, it feels both massive and impossibly light. It's a statement piece, but with this bold new design comes some interesting choices from Apple. And that's what we're gonna break down today. Let's get right into it. Okay, the first thing you need to be aware of is a big one, especially for travelers or people who switch phones often. The iPhone Air has no physical SIM card tray. None. It's eSIM only. This means you'll have to switch to an electronic SIM with your carrier. For many, this will be a seamless behind-the-scenes change, but for others, it's a potential headache. What if you're in a country with limited eSIM support? What if you like to swap SIM cards between an Android and an iPhone? With the iPhone Air, you're locked into the eSIM ecosystem, for better or for worse. It's the future, yes, but you need to be ready for that future right now. Next up, let's talk cameras. Apple has equipped the iPhone Air with a single, very capable main camera. And for most point-and-shoot photos, it's gonna be fantastic. But here's the catch, that's all you get. There is no ultra-wide lens, so if you love those dramatic, expansive shots of landscapes or big group photos, you're out of luck. And it doesn't stop there. Just like the more budget-friendly iPhone 16e, the Air cannot record in cinematic mode. That beautiful, professional-looking blurry background in your videos, not here. And for those of you who love getting up close and personal with your subjects, you're probably already guessing there's no macro lens either. So you have to be honest with yourself. Are you a casual photographer, or do you need the versatility of a multi-lens system? Your answer to that question could save you from a lot of frustration. This third point is one that might get overlooked, but it's a big deal for anyone who consumes media on their phone. The iPhone Air has a mono speaker, not stereo. That means all the sound comes from a single point. Right at the top near the earpiece, there's no bottom speaker at all. Now, Apple's audio engineering is top-notch, so the quality will likely be clear. But you will not get that immersive stereo separation when you're watching a movie, playing a game, or even just listening to a podcast. It's a surprising compromise in a device that feels so premium in every other way. If you're mostly using AirPods or other headphones, this might not bother you. But for those spontaneous YouTube sessions or sharing a video with a friend, the audio experience will be a noticeable step down from what you're used to. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of negatives, but here's where the story gets really interesting. Because for everything the iPhone Air gives up, it offers something incredible in return. The performance on this thing is a beast. It's running on the A19 Pro chip, which is actually a step above the A19 in the base model iPhone 17. So for day-to-day use, and even heavy-duty gaming, this phone will fly. And that screen, it's a 120Hz ProMotion display, so scrolling, animations, everything is buttery smooth. Plus, Apple has included their latest C1X and N1 modems, which means you're getting the best possible connectivity and speeds. But let's be real, the main reason you're considering this phone is the design. And it is a masterpiece. That 5.6mm thin body and the 6.5-inch display create a device that feels impossibly futuristic. I was skeptical at first, but holding it, it's a game changer. It's one of those iPhones that you just have to try to believe. The color choices are also very clean, very Apple safe, but elegant. So what's the right decision? Who should buy the iPhone Air? This phone is for the minimalist, it's for the person who values design, performance, and a stunning display above all else. It's for the person who lives on the cutting edge and is ready to embrace an eSIM-only world. It's for the person who primarily uses their phone for communication, browsing, and casual photography, and probably uses headphones for most of their audio. However, if you are a power user who needs a versatile camera system, if you love that immersive stereo sound, or if you're not quite ready to ditch the physical SIM card, then you might want to look at the other models in the lineup. In the end, the iPhone Air is a bold and beautiful experiment from Apple. It's a glimpse into the future of the iPhone, but it's a future that comes with a few compromises in the present. It's incredibly thin, powerful, and has a gorgeous screen. But the single camera, mono speaker, and lack of a SIM tray are real trade-offs you have to be comfortable with. So what do you think? Is the iPhone Air the perfect phone for you, or are the compromises too much? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. And if this video helped you make your decision, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more tech content. I'm going to be doing a deep dive on the new Pro series very soon, so you won't want to miss that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.